Blue, Bridget, Arthur, and Lord of Spreadsheets Kevin. We are playing Pointless. We're here to see who the most pointless member of the committee is. Here's how the game works if you do not know. Earlier today, I sent out a forum, whatever you want to call it, post with a bunch of questions, trivia questions to our audience. You are to try and guess the answer that is correct, that was answered the least. So, for example, if I say, name a red fruit, and 100 people said apple, and one person said pomegranate, and you say pomegranate, you get 1 point. If you said apple, you get 100 points, and we're playing trivia golf, so you're going for the least amount of points possible. Does everyone understand the rules?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Yes.
I understand them now. I'll probably forget them later.
That is fair. Any questions?
Yeah, I understand them. I can't say that I'll do well.
That is fair. Any questions before we get going? Sounds good. All right. So going first matters a lot in this game, so I've determined the scientific way to determine that, which is whoever ended up on the left on my screen. So Blue, you're going to go first. The first question is, name a former WAC team, any incarnation, as long as the conference was at the time called the Western Athletic Conference.
Arizona.
Arizona. They were, in fact, a WAC team. And let me just double check the score. That's a 2-pointer. You had to get off the board well.
Oh my god.
I'm doing the Tiger Woods fist pump. That's what I'm doing right now.
So for clarification, if you have not seen this before, there are 100. Let me double check. I know I just said it. 167 responses, 167 answers. If you get it wrong, you get 168 as your score.
Okay.
So Bridget, name a former WAC team, any incarnation.
Just give me the 168 now. I'm gonna say Boise State.
Boise State, well, they were in the WAC. I know that for sure. One second. Oh, I mixed them up. Sorry. When this ends up on YouTube, I will edit this part out where I fumble around with the spreadsheet. I am not the lord of the spreadsheets.
It's okay. We need a Vanna White for you. Of any gender. Doesn't have to be female.
I need Vanna's White. All right, that's a 22-pointer for you, Bridget. Not bad.
Hey!
Blue
okay,
mogged you a little bit. I would like to point out, last time we played this, Kamish started the first round with 500. So, happens. Kevin, over to you. Name a WAC team, any incarnation.
Oh my god, I'm bad with the defunct conferences.
Yeah, right. I got lucky with this one with Boise.
We're in the Kibby Dome. Give me Idaho.
Idaho was in the WAC. And that's a 6-pointer. Great work.
Hey!
I would just like to point out, I gotta find out who said that because it made me laugh. Plus SFC, smoking on that shit that made Vanna white.
It was very good.
Arthur, name a WAC school, any incarnation.
Okay, when you say any incarnation, are we including the FCS conference?
Yes, we are. As long as it was called the Western Athletic Conference, I am counting it. And since you are last for this question, you are free to deliberate.
Well, I am just gonna go with because I know that they were in the WAC, and I guess now it's the UAC, but I think they were there before it became the UAC. I think they were there when it was just the WAC. And they were a WAC member in their other sports, even when they did that alliance with the ASUN. I'm going to say Tarleton State.
Tarleton State, let me double check that.
Sickos committee Googles things.
Kinda, yes. Sorry, for some reason they're not showing up on my list, but I believe you are correct. Okay, I got it. Yes, you are correct. Let me see how much that is. That is a 2-pointer. Great work. You're on par with Blue. So
Much closer game after one round than
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, then the
Much
last
closer.
couple times we played where I gave like the most obvious answer and then I turned it over to Blue because I was just hopeless.
All right, Arthur, we're gonna stick with you. We're gonna snake draft this first round. Name any quarterback that completed a pass in the 2025 FBS season. And to change it up from last game, they have to have played for that FBS team. They can't have been on the other side of an FBS FCS game.
Okay. So you're just saying I can't name an FCS quarterback that played against it. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna say
Because one of you got me with that last time, and it's fucked me up.
yeah, no, I get that. I am gonna say oh, how about this one? Because I might as well go with someone buried deep on the pit depth chart. I'll say Cole Gonzalez.
Cole Gonzalez. Let's see if you're
He was like
right.
he started the season as their backup, but then once Mason Heinschel, once they decided he wasn't going to redshirt, then he became, I think, the third stringer.
That is correct. And Cole Gonzalez is pointless. I'm sure in real life he matters a lot, but in this game he's pointless. So Arthur, you stay at 2 points. That is a fabulous score. In this first round, we have 8 questions, so still plenty of time for Bridget and Kevin to catch up. But Arthur and Blue are looking like they're doing well so far. Let's go to Kevin now. Kevin, name a quarterback that threw a completed pass in the 2025 FBS season.
Give me somebody who saw a lot of playtime in all of Indiana's blowouts. Give me Alberto Mendoza, the younger brother.
Alberto Mendoza.
Ooh.
That is correct. And it's a 2-pointer. Great work. Great work all around this round. Keeping pace. Bridget, over to you.
Okay, we're gonna go hell yeah, Duke football. Give me Darian Mensa.
Yes,
Darian
Duke
Mensa.
football.
That is correct. And that is pointless.
Yay!
Great work, Bridget. You stay parked at 22. Unfortunately, you're going to stay in last place this round unless Blue catches
Okay.
up to you.
It's
But
okay.
fantastic work to stay parked. Blue, over to you. Name a 2025 FBS quarterback that completed a pass.
I'm going to go with my hometown team and my secret forlorn love of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And I'm picking this quarterback because he has a long name. I don't think anybody typed it out. At least they didn't spell it correctly. But I'm going to go to Ethan Kaliak-Manis.
I believe
Ooh.
Strong answer.
I believe Kamish picked him last game, and it was a very good score. It remains a very good score. It's a 2-pointer. It's great work. Everyone did fantastic that round. Let's it is trivia golf reach for 24. So we're gonna stick in the football realm because you guys have been doing well for that. Name a 2025-26 UEFA Champions League team. So a team that is playing in the UEFA Champions League in this season. Lou, we start with you.
So I don't know much about UEFA. So I'm gonna go with I think America. I think is one of the teams I see on the crawl on the bottom of the ESPN. So
Okay,
I'm gonna go with that and hope for the best.
Club America, let's check. And that is incorrect, unfortunately. So that's going to be 167 points.
I'll take it.
Ooh.
I have to I have to make your font smaller because it extended past the thing. Bridget, over to you. Name a 2025-26 UEFA Champions League team.
I have answers and I worry that they're going to have points. So fuck. What is Fulham in the Champions League this year?
Let me check. And Bridget, unfortunately, that is an incorrect answer as well.
Damn it! It's okay. It's fine. I'm distracted. It's fine. I have another answer, and it's probably going to be fewer points.
I have to lower your font as well.
It's okay.
Kevin, UEFA Champions League team.
All right. I also fully checked out of the last soccer season, so
Yeah, right? Like,
this is something I'm usually paying attention to, but I just fully didn't watch anything last year. Give me FC Porto.
FC Porto, usually a pretty good answer for Portugal. Let me just double check that because
There's only like 3 Portuguese teams it could be, so it's a better shot than I have most places.
Let's check that. And Kevin, that is unfortunately incorrect. Tough round so far.
All right. Yeah.
Arthur,
congratulations, Arthur. Can
you
you
have
name a successful soccer team?
Yeah, so
fantastic chance here.
I'm pretty sure that the UEFA Champions League, I'm pretty sure that's like European soccer clubs. So that is not countries. I am going to go with, and I'm just gonna guess because again, I don't know this. I heard of like which teams were playing in the whatever the tournament was they had this summer, that we all made fun of. I'm gonna go with PSG, which I think stands for either polysodium glutamate or Paris Saint-Germain. One of those two.
It is correct.
All right.
And it's a 21-point answer, which
you know what
is great for this round.
I'll take that.
Hey, I have a question. Was Man City one of the answers?
Yes, it was.
I knew it!
If you're curious,
it's what I get for believing in my own team.
It would have been a 26-point answer.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I should have just taken.
Let my heart lead me. Yeah.
All right,
I tried to
I know
take the
City
big
is
swing.
good, and I know United is not, and this is what I get. It's fine. It's fine.
Apparently, Twitch is running a fuck ton of ads right now. I can't control that.
Yeah, it really
I'm sorry.
is. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
They did just end for us.
So Arthur, there's a great chance here for you to really cement your status here. You go first this round. Name a defunct arena/indoor football team.
Oh God, and then I have to actually think of the name of a team. Because I remember the Pittsburgh team that got laid off at Olive Garden. But I'm trying to remember what their name was. I'm just gonna go. I have the lead. We're gonna try to just play it safe here. I'm gonna go Philadelphia Soul.
Philadelphia Soul is a correct answer, and for those who missed it in commercial, Arthur went Man City and got
No, I went PSG.
Or sorry, PSG.
Yeah, I asked about Man City and realized I had fucked up.
Yeah, I was playing it safe. I'm playing it safe again with the Philadelphia Soul.
Okay. Arthur, that is a 12-point answer. Good work on that one. Stunting on them. Kevin, you still are in second place by the slimmest of margins. Good chance to make up some ground here. Name a defunct arena/indoor football team.
You say that, but the only arena football team that I know is still in existence because it's the one in the city I currently live in. This is not something I ever paid attention to prior to that, so I can give you them and their opponents, but I know all of those teams still play.
I mean, it fluctuates year to year. There's a good chance that one of the opponents last year isn't around anymore.
I guess that's fair. I know there's 18 million defunct Birmingham teams, but I'm not going to put the right name on any of them.
Honestly, with the amount of Birmingham teams, you could throw spaghetti at the wall and probably hit one. Like,
Birmingham
There was
spaghetti
one
is
that
not a
got.
correct answer.
that would be quite the dish.
I think the Birmingham Forge was mentioned in a recent podcast episode. I don't know if that's the right league, but I'm going to just lock that in.
I do not have Birmingham Forge on my list, so I can't
They
accept
may not
that.
exist. I'm just putting two words together.
Yeah, I can't find anything about it, so I'm just gonna call that one incorrect. I'm sorry to say. All right, Bridget, name a defunct arena/indoor football team.
So I'm gonna go with one of the only ones that I know, that was owned by, I believe, John Bon Jovi. The New York Knights.
This, I believe, is an incorrect answer.
Is it?
I believe the New York Knights played outdoor football.
Did they really? Okay.
So unfortunately,
I'm
I
bad
cannot
at
accept that.
defunct leagues. That is okay. The only other ones that came up were like defunct Seattle teams that did not play football.
All right, Blue, good chance to punch your ticket to the next round right here. Name a defunct
So
arena/indoor football team.
yeah, I'll be glad to. I know this because it is in my home state, and I have actually had the opportunity to go to one of their games. I didn't, but I was given a ticket to go, and it is the Atlantic City Blackjacks. They played for exactly one season in the AFL.
This is a correct answer. And it is a 1-pointer. Shout out to the one person who said that.
Shout out to them, and thank you so much for being on my wavelength.
But by the way, the Pittsburgh Arena League team that got laid off at Olive Garden was the Pittsburgh Power.
That would have been a 12-point answer, by the way. I did check.
The owner cut the entire team at an Olive Garden before a game.
Doing it before a game just seems so diabolical.
Arena football rules, man. Because every team has a
Joey, can I
story.
be
does.
pedantic?
Yes, you can.
I need to be pedantic. I went and looked this up because I was pretty sure I was right. But I got confused because I was like, oh no, did I, as someone in the chat mentioned, accidentally just confuse this with the team from The Natural? Chat, you were right. That was the team from The Natural, but the New York Knights were an arena football team.
I see it now. Okay. Do you know what happens? Is I looked it up, and there was also an arena. There's also a World League team called that. I will take that back. That was a correct
Yes,
answer.
there was.
Let me check.
Sorry, I hate being that guy, but I was like, oh my god, like, did I get this wrong? Like, the only one that I know.
And it's a pointless answer. So fantastic work. I forget what you were at.
It was also a rugby league team. I was at 188.
Okay. Yes, so that is a pointless answer. Great work. Thank you for catching that. All right, Blue. Moving on to the next round or next question. Sorry. Name a country with at least one Olympic gold. In the fullness of time.
I'm sorry. When you're saying the fullness of time, you're saying in the entire time that they have participated in the Olympics, having a single gold?
And at least one gold. So, in the history of the Olympics, name a country that has, in the history of the Olympics, won at least one gold.
Okay.
So if this is a splinter state that only existed from 1908 to 1910, and they won a gold medal in that time, I count it.
Oh, okay. That
Oh, that changes things for me.
Yeah.
it does. I'm thinking
Watch
about
Blue give
this,
my
but
answer.
do you count individual neutral athletes who I know definitely won a gold medal in the 2024 Olympics, but they're not a nation?
I will take uh, independent Olympic athletes as a country, if that is what you would like to do.
Hmm. I don't particularly like how that's being phrased. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change my answer. I know we're stacked for time, but I'm gonna say Uganda. I'm gonna say Uganda has won a gold medal in something.
Uganda at the Olympics. They have, in fact, won a gold medal. They've won 5. But what they don't have is any answers on this board. That's a pointless answer. So
I'll
great
take it.
work. In case you were curious, Uganda's golds were in athletics, in the marathon, and other long distance running. 1 in hurdles, though, which is fun, and a couple silvers and
Nice.
bronzes in boxing. All right, Bridget, to
Okay,
you.
if we can name any team that just existed in the Olympics, I'm gonna say Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia is a valid answer. Let me make sure that they've won a gold. They did. They won quite a few.
I would imagine all in like winter sports.
And it's a 1 point answer. One person said that.
Whoop whoop.
So great work. Kevin, you're in some trouble here, but it's not over yet. With a good score
Yep.
here, you could stick around.
All right. Well, not gonna lie, Yugoslavia was going to be my answer.
Sorry,
So
Kevin.
no, you're good.
You sniped him,
Um,
Bridget. You sniped him.
I'm gonna go back to the distance running well and just get something I know is not gonna get me 169 points and give me Kenya.
Kenya is a correct answer. Just for fairness, I'm double checking they're on my list. Yes, of course they are. They've won quite a few. And it is a 1 point answer. One person said that. So great work.
Nice.
Thank you, person.
Great job, Kev.
All right, Arthur. You basically just need to make sure you don't score nothing. You don't score high, and you're fine.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with a country that I know has won a lot of Olympic gold in winter sports. I'm gonna go Norway.
Norway is the correct answer. I don't have to look that one up. And it's only a 6 pointer, so fantastic work. So Arthur, you still have the lead, and you still have the board. And this is the one question I brought back from the last round because it's a fun one. Name a person that has spoken on the Sickos Committee podcast. And once again, I'm not taking archive footage. Like if we have a clip of Mike Gundy saying "I'm a man, I'm 40," I'm not counting that. It is someone who we spoke to on the podcast, or one of us. That counts too. Co-hosts, guests, that sort of thing. Do I still have you, Arthur?
Oh, am I going first?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Stake draft.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize it was my choice.
No worries.
I am gonna say, oh man, now I'm like worried I'm gonna mess up her name. Marissa Ingemi.
I was
Mm.
just trying to remember her name, to be honest.
We had
Because
her
I
on to
did.
talk. She's a reporter in I believe the Bay Area, and we
Yes.
Yeah,
had
she
her
is
on.
for the WNBA. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is green glasses, correct? If I'm remembering correctly. I'm just trying to remember
Um.
the sicko figure. You are correct,
Oh,
by
I
the way, and it's a 3-point answer. So great work. I was just trying to remember what her Sicko figure looked like.
I don't remember her figure, but
So great work,
um
Kevin. We turn it over to you while you're thinking.
so I was trying to do a different. I got a pointless answer for this last time, and I want to know if it still is, but I also don't want to give the same answer I did last time. So
I will
let me
check it.
think
If you have
back.
any questions about the data set, I will answer them after the game.
All
I'm
right,
happy
I
to do
will
that.
give a different answer than I did last time then. And give me head coach Timmy Chang.
Timmy Chang is a correct answer,
Ooh.
and it's a 1-pointer. Great work. Timmy Chang, that was a fantastic interview, and I would like to
It
say
really
that
was.
I had Billy Gowers being a star before anyone else in the media. All right, Bridget, over to you.
All right, I'm gonna choose someone who's been on an episode with me. Give me Joel Gasson.
Joel Gasson, a favorite of mine on the podcast as well.
Mm-hmm.
Joel, I love you, but today you're pointless.
Whoop whoop.
Bridget, I would also
I
like to
knew
say
that was gonna
that
be a deep cut.
you did make my data collection way harder because so many different people spelled your name differently in so
Yeah,
many
I'm
different ways.
sorry. You can blame my dad for that. It was his choice to go with the old spelling.
All right, Blue, you've been on our podcast several times. You have your own podcast, so hopefully you don't get the streams crossed here.
Well, I am actually going to cross the streams, and I do have a question about the data set that you said you'll answer afterwards, which is great. But I'm going to go with my fellow co-host, Jeff. I know he has been on the podcast before. I think he's only been on one episode though, so I'm going to go with Jeff.
He's been on one episode and he has one answer. That is a 1-pointer. Great work. Before we move on, did you guys have any questions about this data set? Well, I
I
think we're at commercial.
I do. How many times have people voted for me? Because I was going to do myself, but I figured that was indulgent.
4.
Really?
Someone did
That's
spell it.
high.
Someone did spell it like the color, but other than that, yes, 4.
Oh, it is. That's exactly how you spell it.
Without the E, they added the E.
Oh yeah, yeah. All good.
Joey, how many
Where
misspellings
is
of my
Parker?
name did you have to
No.
correct? Oh, sorry.
Also
No, go
4.
ahead.
Okay.
Someone really thought you were fancy with the Brigette. The
I get
ETTE.
that a lot, actually. Yeah. It's okay.
And you wanted to check Parker Malloy? Stats of War?
Parker Fleming.
Parker Fleming. That would have been a 1-pointer.
Okay.
All right, are we ready to move on to the next question? This one will also go to Blue.
I'm ready.
Blue, name an FBS team with the color orange on their uniforms. And I took this to mean any of either their main home or away. None of this like Halloween special edition bullshit.
Ooh, that is a good question. I'm going to go with the University of Texas El Paso.
UTEP.
Mm.
Picks up.
UTEP is a 12-point answer. Great work.
Boom.
Bridget.
Same question.
Orange. Okay. I'm literally going around the FBS in my head. Orange, main color. Give me Oregon State.
Oregon State's a correct answer. And it is a 13-pointer. Good work.
It's okay. It could have been worse.
That does put you over the 200 plateau, but not as bad as it could have been.
It's okay. It's okay. I had
Still
other
behind
answers
me.
that I knew were going to be way up there. Yeah.
Kevin.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green's the correct answer. Unfortunately, Pudge Mania might have sunk you here a little bit. It's a 16-pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, people are gonna have Pudge awareness.
Arthur.
So I can just play it safe here. Although, I mean, it would be this would be a weird one to get wrong. I am going to go with what I think might be a sneaky one because they are so associated with the color blue. They have the blue field, but Boise State also has a lot of orange in
Boise
their
State
uniforms,
Yes, they
in their
do.
design.
They indeed have orange.
Great
In
answer.
fact, they wear a lot of orange in their alternate setup, but it is a trim
Mhm.
in their main, so I count it. 1 second, I got the answers mixed in with the whack answers for a second.
I
It's
mean,
an eight.
it's Boise State.
It's an 8-pointer. Great work, Arthur. We stick with you. Name an active gridiron football team based outside of the United States, and this is the last question of the round.
I will go with. I will say the Parma Panthers.
Parma Panthers is correct answer.
Because I have a shirt of theirs from when they played in the Italian Bowl a couple of years ago.
And it's a 5-pointer. Great work, Kevin. I believe we're going to be saying goodbye to you shortly, unless Bridget or Blue come up with the wrong answer. But just to give yourself a
Yeah.
fighting shot, let's see what you got here.
Give me the Rhine Fire.
Ryan Fire is the correct answer. And it's a 14-point answer.
Still alive.
Still alive indeed. Bridget, just need to play it safe here, but if you want to go all out, you can try and snipe Blue for the second seed going to the next round.
Okay. What are my parameters again?
Active gridiron football team based outside of the United States.
Okay, give me Ritsumeikan.
I'm going to need that spelling, please.
Ritsu. Ritsu. Meikan. Ritsumeikan.
Okay, this is correct. The Ritz-American Panthers. And let me check my board here. I have a good feeling about this. And yes, it is indeed a pointless answer. Great work.
Whoop whoop. Thank you. Thank you, Japan. Always there for me.
Blue, over to you.
Yes, I pick, and I'm going to go with them because they are coached by Jack of the River, but the Paris Musketeers.
Paris Musketeers is the correct answer. And it is a 3-point answer. So you maintain your seed. And unfortunately, that means, Kevin, you are going to be eliminated here. You're welcome to stick around and be a commentator if you'd like, though.
Yeah, I'll hang out.
All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
stay and
I go
heckle us.
down
Also, you
for
took my answer
not
of Ryan
knowing.
Fire.
Go
Before we
down
move
for
on,
not knowing arena football, and I think I'm okay with that.
for what it's worth for the people in the chat, CFL was allowed for that. There was a reason I said gridiron football and not American football. Okay. Any questions about the data sets here before we move on to the next round?
How many people
How many?
had the?
No, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead, Bridget. Okay.
No,
The
you first.
How many people had the Miami Hurricanes as orange in
Yep.
that question?
6.
Thank you.
Really? How many had Clemson?
12.
Okay.
I'm assuming Syracuse was the most answered.
You would be correct. They were 48.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So if you are not aware, the second round goes a little bit differently. I'm going to need you to it might be easier for you if you open the Twitch chat, the Twitch stream right now, so you can take a look at my screen. There are a couple of questions on the board right now. There are 9 questions. Each of you are going to pick 2 as we go along, and there is only one correct answer. But you are trying to pick the question that A, you know the answer to, and B, you think the fewest of our audience knows the answer to. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Think so.
So you get to pick okay, one of these is wrong. Unfortunately. there's a typo on here from when I was moving stuff over. So I'm going to read them out. There is an extra. Okay, let me read out the questions. What is the smallest city to win a major North American sports championship? What is the name of Minnesota's fight song? Who sang the #1 pop smash hit of 2025, Ordinary? What division do the Minnesota Twins currently play in? That one there is a typo. Ignore that one. What is the K-pop group with the members Lisa, Rose, Jenny, and Jisoo? What does the single sport conference MACFA sponsor? What is the name of WWE's minor league that currently has Obafemi and JC Jane as champions? And what state is Lemoyne College in? That the strategy with Megan Thee Stallion one, I forgot to delete that one from the last time we did this, so ignore that one.
Okay, so they're not 2 K-pop questions.
No, I forgot
I
to
was gonna
delete.
say you put these out there for me, but these are ones I only know the answer to one of.
I forgot to delete the strategy one from last time, so apologies. Okay, so we start with Arthur. Arthur, you get to pick the first one. And
Okay.
only you are going to get to answer this.
Okay, well, let me start off by saying that I believe Lemoyne is in New York State.
All right, that is correct, and it is a 38-pointer. So good work on that. We'll have to see if that remains a good score or not. I hate this part where I have to do math. I think that's correct. Okay. And now we go to blue. Blue, you get the next one. Each of you is going to get to pick 2.
So I want to take what is the name of Minnesota's fight song?
Okay.
And I only know this because I spent a lot of time watching Minnesota football. But the name of the fight song is called Minnesota Rouser.
Let's check. And that is correct. And it is a 21-pointer. Great job. Oh, I forgot I was going to... Sorry. I remembered, in order to make this easier on myself, I was going to zero out everyone's score. So let me do that real quick. So Arthur didn't just get a bye to the final. All right, Bridget, your turn.
Okay. So we know that there's one that I know the answer to, and I'm guessing most people will not give me. What K-pop group has the members Lisa, Rose, Jenny, and Jisoo? That is Blackpink.
That is correct, and it is a 53-point answer.
Okay.
So Arthur is 38, Blue is 21, Bridget has 53. Arthur, we go back to you for your final question of the round. Back to the board.
Okay. So what questions are still on the board?
What is the smallest city to win a major North American team sports championship? And to clarify, that is the trophies of the big 4 sports leagues and prior ones. So like the pre-Super Bowl NFL championship counts.
Okay.
Who sang the #1 pop smash hit of 2025, Ordinary? What division do the Minnesota Twins currently play in? What sport does the single sport conference MACFA sponsor? What is the name of WWE's minor league? Those are your questions.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer this question. But I'm gonna clarify. So when you say minor league, you're talking about WWE NXT. You're not talking about Evolve.
The clue there is the champions Obafemi and JC Jane.
Oh, okay, so yeah,
the
that's
differential.
NXT. Yeah.
It is NXT.
IndyCar stole the NXT thing for
I
their
know. It's
minor
very
league.
funny. And that is a 69-point answer, funny enough.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
That was one of the other ones that I knew the answer to.
Unfortunately
But I was
not
like, I feel like
Oop.
knowing our audience, they would get a lot of it.
unfortunately not a great score, but it is a nice score. So Blue,
Yes.
you're up next. If you get a correct answer, you should be through. Unless you get a really bad correct answer, that is still possible. So your questions remaining are: what is the small city to win a major North American sports team championship? What is the number one? Who sang the number one pop smash hit of 2025? Ordinary. What division do the Minnesota Twins play in? And what sport does the single sport conference MACFA sponsor?
So I'd like to answer the question, what is the smallest city to win a major North American team sports championship?
Okay.
And my answer is Providence, because the Providence football team that was there, I believe they were the Steamrollers. They won an NFL championship in like 1929
The
or
Providence
something.
the Providence Steamroller did win an NFL championship. I have that on my list. Unfortunately, they are not the smallest, so that is an incorrect answer.
All right.
Oh.
I'll take the points.
So, Bridget, that puts you back in the driver's seat here to punch your ticket to the finals. Your final one
Okay.
here.
So I have two that I can go with, and Blue answered the question or went for the question that I was going to go for. And I'm going to guess the smallest city to be Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I'm just going to say go Pack. Doesn't matter what happens if I get it wrong.
Green Bay is a very good answer. In fact, Green Bay is the most common answer we have on the board here for any question, which would be a lot of points if it was correct, but it's not.
Ah!
So, Blue, you are saved. Bridget,
I love when my opponents go for the homer answer.
Listen,
that happened
listen.
to you
It's a good
twice.
and they're still the smallest team. They're still the smallest area. Like it
So
was a
let
good guess.
This has to be like an NFL championship from the 20s where it was won by like
Yeah.
Canton or something.
Right.
you're in the right ballpark. This was the 1907 or 1905 NHL Stanley Cup champions, the Kenora Thistles of Kenora, Ontario.
Oh my god.
And that would have been a pointless answer. It was the one pointless answer of that round. Your other ones, by the way, does anyone know the guy who's saying Ordinary?
I didn't know it was a guy. I would have guessed because I don't know any of the
Alex
songs now.
something.
I would have just guessed like Ariana Grande and it's some Wicked stuff or something.
This is another one where the most common answer was wrong. The most common answer was Sabrina Carpenter, but this was Alex
Yeah,
Warren.
but it's not Sabrina Carpenter.
It's
Okay.
Alex Warren.
I
He.
have no idea who that is.
It's so funny that nobody knows who he is, considering he had the number one song of 2025.
Never heard of it.
And I teased a answer that you could have chose that would have been right, but would have given you a monster amount of points. The Twins division,
The AL
AL
Central?
Central,
Yeah.
that would have been
AL
100.
Central, yeah.
That would have been 146
The-
points.
Yeah, I
there
wasn't
was a
going that one.
reason
I'm
that
like,
we didn't pick
people
that.
would get.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the if someone wanted to mail it in and just needed to get to the next round.
I'm going to be candid with you. I didn't pick it because I didn't know it.
That's fair.
So
Does
they're
anyone
still
know,
the Senators to me.
does anyone know what
How
sport the
old are
MACFA
you?
Pretty old.
does
I'm pretty
does
old.
anyone know what sport the MACFA plays?
No idea.
Mm-mm.
They're a
Fencing?
they're a men's fencing conference.
Oh, fencing. Okay.
Would not have gotten that.
Mid Atlantic Collegiate Fencing Conference or Fencing Association.
That'll do it. Okay.
So that
Now,
means
I do have a question.
sure.
I do have a question because you said this was the smallest. Would this have been the smallest at the time of their championship or smallest as of today.
I believe so. I took it as smallest at time of championship, but I believe it
That
works
was my
either way.
guess. Yeah, because I figured Green Bay was a lot smaller back then. So for people in the chat asking about Green Bay being quote unquote small, they're still the smallest NFL market.
Yeah, Winnipeg is slightly smaller than Green Bay, I believe. And that is the only smaller major sports town now. Kenora is a town of 3,000 people,
I
and I
only
believe.
ask because Providence was much bigger at the time that they won their championship.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, Kenora is like they were an absolute fluke championship winner in the early days where the Stanley Cup you could just challenge for it. Um, but they still count in the NHL's history of champions.
How high
So
up the list was Seattle when they were the Metropolitans?
up list in what way?
Like how far up, like in terms of smallness? Like where do they
Oh,
rank?
I don't
Because
know
Seattle was
actually.
also a lot smaller when they were the Metropolitans.
I did not note it because no one was close to Kenora. Like
Okay.
the only contender was Pottstown in the old NFL, which
Right.
was
I mean, I figured like it's not that, but I was like, are we
yeah,
looking like top 10, top 20? Yeah.
that I do not know. Like I said, the
Okay.
only one that was close, a couple people said Pottstown, and that would have been the only other correct answer. Some people did try and sneak the question past and go with like Raljon, Maryland, or
No.
like Arlington
They
or stuff like
haven't.
that.
That team didn't win after they moved to Raljon, did they?
No.
I don't
No.
know.
Like they won when they were at RFK.
Someone asked how big Kenora is. Kenora has like 5,000 people. Like it is tiny, tiny. And it is the big city of the Northwest Ontario. And if you don't know Northwest Ontario's population, there's
Oh
nobody
boy.
there.
Yeah.
A bunch of little fly-in communities. Most of the towns, quote unquote, in Northwest Ontario don't even have road access. You got to fly there, which I have done recently. It was a really cool experience.
It was a very neat trip. I liked all the updates.
All right, Bridget, you can stick around as a commentator, but unfortunately, you are eliminated.
This is fine. I need another beverage anyway. I'll be here to heckle.
Enjoy. So we zero out the points again. It's between Arthur and Blue. Arthur, you are still the number one seed, so you're going to get to go first in this round. In this round, there are multiple correct answers again, just like the first round, but there is a finite amount. So Arthur, you going first will have a slight advantage. The all the questions in round three are variations on a theme. The theme is sort of Division One. That is the theme. Arthur, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Name a Division Three school that has a Division One program in at least one sport.
Um. Let's see. This is tough because I know the one that everyone's gonna pick. Um. Uh. I'm gonna say RIT.
RIT is a RIT. Let me double check that.
I believe they have hockey in D1.
I believe you are correct. I'm just going to make sure. Sorry, I had my notes mixed up. Yes, so that is the correct answer. And it is a 3-pointer. Great work.
Wow, only 3 points. I'm impressed by that. I thought it would be more popular.
I did too, honestly. I had RIT as one of my top ones. Blue, over to you. Name a Division Three school that has at least one Division One program.
I had to think really hard on this, but I'm gonna go with Colorado College. I think they have a women's soccer program that's Division 1, but are otherwise in Division 3 for everything else.
1 second. This is correct, and by the way, they have men's hockey and women's soccer. So Colorado
Oh,
College was the
okay.
correct answer. And that is a 6-point answer.
Ooh.
So not quite with Arthur, but staying alive here.
Man, I can't believe that was a more popular answer than RIT.
I think
Yeah, right?
I think to put it one way, I think some people were playing along. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, so
I
Arthur, hold on. We are moving on.
Oh, we're moving on. Okay, good.
The next
Because
question is
I was gonna have to say Johns Hopkins, and that's probably a ton of points.
yes, it is. So the next
Yeah.
question is name a Division II school that has at least one Division I program.
Oh boy. Man, that one's harder.
That's why it's round 2.
Yeah.
There is a couple big
Um,
ones on the board here.
I am going to. I'm gonna try to keep guessing hockey. I'm trying to think if any of the like hockey. The problem is I don't really know Division Two super well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Minnesota Mankato.
Minnesota Mankato, also known as Minnesota State, and it is correct. I'm going to take both Minnesota State and Minnesota Mankato as answers here. But even putting those together, it's only a 7-point answer, so great work.
Mm.
Blue, you have a great shot here to take the lead. Name a Division II school that has at least one Division I program.
I'm gonna go with the University of Minnesota Duluth. I don't know if they're separate from Minnesota State, but I'm pretty sure they are.
They are separate from Minnesota State,
Okay.
and it is a correct answer. They have both men's and women's ice hockey.
I knew about the women's ice hockey team. I didn't know if their men's was Division One.
Slightly more popular of an answer, though. It's a 10-pointer.
Okay.
Mm.
So, Arthur, you maintain your lead, and you have a chance to clinch it here. If you can get this next question under 6, you win. Arthur, name a school that was at one point Division I, but is no longer Division I.
Oh boy. This is another one where the ones that pop into your head first are the ones that are gonna have a bunch of points.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man. Um, I am going to say Winston-Salem State.
I don't have that on my list. I'm going to double check that for you, though.
That is an HBCU that used to compete in the MEAC, and Arthur knew that was going to be my answer.
I,
Sneaky,
I
sneaky.
I very much believe you. I am just double checking because it wasn't on my list.
No, absolutely. Because I have a backup answer.
I
Oh, you have a
see.
backup
Okay.
answer.
Is it
Okay.
another HBCU? Is the question.
It is, in fact.
So I am going
See,
to
this
put
is where you get me every time.
this to the chat because I did not specify, but I figured out why they were not in my list. They were a provisional member of Division One from
They
2007 to
were.
2010, and then went back down before getting full membership.
They were indeed.
I am inclined to accept this because I did not specify that it had to be a full member, but I will put it to the chat to ask if this is a countable answer. Seems
Chat saying
pretty
count it. I agree.
seems
Rule of
pretty
cool for trivia
pretty
answers.
All right. Well, Arthur, congratulations. You have clinched the win with a pointless answer. And may I hazard a guess to see how you know Winston-Salem State?
So there's a couple of things with Winston-Salem State. One is their stadium. They have
Yes,
a very
that's
unique
what I was
stadium.
going to guess.
Also, they are the alma mater of one Stephen A. Smith.
I
They
didn't
are
know that.
indeed.
Okay.
That is indeed where Stephen A. Smith went to school. Yes.
My backup guess would have been Savannah State, which is also in that part of the country. Also came up and
It is
went back
indeed.
down.
And a
Did
fun
you? What
fact:
was your backup?
Yeah.
my backup was Savannah State.
Savannah State. Okay.
I had both of those, and the reason why I was going to say Savannah State is because when I was an undergrad, I got to watch Savannah State play Norfolk State in a double overtime thriller, in which the tying touchdown that sent the game to overtime and the winning touchdown were both scored by someone named Taj Mowry. And for those of a certain age, they're all hearing the theme song from Smart Guy play in their heads. So I had two of those that would have been Division Ones that dropped down to Division Twos, or are no longer in Division Ones.
I will at least double check Savannah State. Yeah, it would have been a 7-pointer, so it would have still been a good answer.
So yes.
But Arthur, I just want to say, I know you spent a long day editing the podcast for to be uploaded tomorrow, and you spent a large chunk of your holidays doing work with the Sickos committee. You've done a great job, and you're going to do a lot of traveling this week. But today, you are the most pointless member of the Sickos committee.
Okay, cool.
Congratulations.
Love to see it.
I just hope everybody watching along out there had fun.
I mean, I sure hope so. Chat, if you want to see us do this again, please let us know. I'm gonna try and cut this up and throw it up on YouTube at some point, or maybe I'll just throw it up raw. That'll be fun, just completely raw.
A lot of really good audio in here.
Yeah, I burped like 3 times.
Yeah.
Does anyone in the chat or in the call want me to check anything in the data set before we go?
I want to know how many people said Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac for what?
For the first question for a D1 team.
Is Quinnipiac not fully D1?
I'm curious how many people
they're
went
fully
for
D1 now.
hockey. Are they fully D1 now?
Ask me how I know that.
How do you know that?
Did they beat Pitt in something?
They beat Pitt in yeah,
okay,
in basketball.
Dallas Baptist? I can check Dallas Baptist.
Blue, what was your question?
Dallas Baptist had 9.
I'd like to know who is the most popular answer to drop down from D1.
I would assume like Sewanee or Chicago, like one of the ones that was in the original power conferences that is not there. But I don't know that I would consider that because like D1 wasn't really a thing until later.
Right, D1 doesn't exist until maybe the 70s.
There's actually
like as a concept.
There's like for the valid answers. There's a lot of invalid answers. Like some people put like Idaho, like conflating FBS
right,
with
no, they're
Division
still
1.
Yeah.
They're
still in Division 1.
I threw out a lot of St. Francis, Pennsylvania answers because they are still Division 1 until next year. St. Francis, New York, though, had quite a few answers.
Yep. Yeah.
I believe like it was a pretty big split. You would have been pretty happy with any number. Sewanee was the number 1 with only 12. Nope, sorry, 13.
Okay.
I missed the misspelling. The next closest one was Hartford.
Yeah, Hartford was very recent.
Mm-hmm. This was the question I had to throw the most answers out from because a lot of people got it wrong.
Okay. How many people said Dallas Baptist for?
I saw that it was 9, and I had to throw one out from D3 to D1 because someone put that in there. AIC would have been counted, but I will tell you that the only AIC answer I got had to be thrown out because they didn't say AIC, they said United States International, which is wrong. That's not a school. But AIC was a D2 school that had a D1 hockey program. Then they killed the D1 hockey program. And someone did say that one town that does basketball by Beth. I didn't know what they meant by that. I assume St.
Oh,
Francis.
Teal.
That's St. Francis. Yeah.
Oh, is it St. Francis? Okay.
The one I like the most is several people spelled blue BLUE, but I did like the one person who specifically said blue from Feed Your Mascot.
I appreciate that.
They specified which blue in case we didn't know.
I appreciate that. Thank you to that person. Shout out to them.
More than one person spelled Pit Girl GURL. Didn't like that.
I mean, I guess she would come from the era where we did spell girl with a U.
And there's one negative shout out to the one person who spammed every question with "Please retweet my viral tweet."
What?
That's nice.
Cool.
Negative shout out to you.
I mean,
Do better.
if it's a viral tweet, do you need to?
I know, right?
Right.
Ask for
we should
retweets?
already have seen it.
Yeah. So this was also the first time I've run this rule set a couple times with a couple different people, and in all those times, this is the first time I've had a pointless answer in round 2, and I didn't even mean for it to be that way. I just had my Canadian mind get in the way, where I thought people knew that the Kenora Thistles had won a Stanley Cup. I meant for that to play hard, not pointless.
No, I didn't know that one.
Never would have known.
Nope.
No, if I was gonna guess hockey, it was gonna be the Seattle Metropolitans as the smallest.
Looking
Didn't
at the
even
host,
know that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, host.
well, someone asked, looking at the Sickos Committee podcast one. I mean, there's not a ton that jumps out other than the many people who apparently didn't know we had a podcast yet saw our tweet. I don't know how
there was
that
someone
would
in
have
the
happened.
Discord
But...
who's never listened to the podcast but joined the Discord from Twitter, and yeah, that's a vibe.
And one person
Derogatory.
did put in the one member of the Shutdown Fullcast we have not had on the show.
Oh no!
Holly, we
Yeah.
will get you on the show
We
at some
still-
point.
Yeah, they put Holly, huh? Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say we still got to get Brian Floyd on. But,
We've had Brian Floyd on half our episodes.
We have, yeah. I think we have. Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I would say that I can see how many downloads each episode gets, and I can see how many followers we have on Twitter, and the number on the Twitter followers is more than the downloads per episode. I can say that.
Just out of curiosity, since I'm looking at the name of person that has spoken, do you have a guest in your mind that really launched the episode downloads up? That comes to mind?
No, not really. Honestly, the thing that really gets the downloads to go is almost always related to what has happened in the world of college sports.
Mm-hmm.
It is not around anything we actually do on the podcast. It is people saying, "Oh, something has happened. I want to listen to this podcast about it."
I see. Someone asked for the orange one. It was a pretty decent spread. I would have to go into it deep to figure it out. But just eyeballing it, I believe your best answer that's not we would have to rules lawyer would have been Auburn, weirdly enough. Auburn would have only been a one-pointer.
Okay.
Someone said USC, and I had to sit with that for a while and think about it.
No.
Yeah. No.
But maybe,
yeah, I don't
maybe
think
a little.
either USC's or I don't think of any orange.
The
there.
yellow on Southern California's helmets is a little orange. I had to sit there and think.
Yellow is the color of cowards, and they will
very,
stay yellow.
It's more matte than anything. If you had to ask me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna co-sign on that one being orange.
And
Like, I would understand if you can't tell the difference between colors. Like, but that's being like extremely generous. But that's not a like get it right in trivia answer. Like you're gonna get like you play that in Learned League, that's getting wrong every time.
the one answer I did really like from this was a Vandy fan who refused to answer. It just says
Okay.
it just says anchor down. I refuse to answer.
Sure.
That's a hill to die on. I mean,
That is
all gotta
saying
have
I
I
one,
can
I
realize
only
guess.
you're
think of
not like
one orange
required to say
team.
Tennessee, right? Like there are other orange teams.
Yeah, that is the most rent-free answer possible.
I was
Rage for 24, is that Mike Minotti as a sticker? That
No,
looks
I
like
think
Mike Minotti.
I think that's one of the guys from I forget his name. He's a video game guy.
Okay.
that's been a
Mike
Twitch
Minotti.
emote for
Yeah.
a decade.
Okay. Yeah. Clearly, I don't come on Twitch that much because it very much looks like a very thinky face Mike Minotti from Giant Bomb.
Oh, do you know what? It might be. Now that you said that, I didn't know his name, but it might be the Giant Bomb guy. Now that you said that.
My phone down here.
Hang on, I'm gonna call my husband and ask.
Do you give it a call?
In case you're
Good
curious,
call.
by the way, the arena football one, the most popular answer was Iowa Barnstormers because that's the team that Kurt Warner played for.
That would do it.
I'll look it up for you right now, and then we will sign off for the night. Lol Twitch emote.
I need your help to determine if this is a Mike Minotti emote.
It's Total Biscuit.
Does this look like Mike Minotti to you?
No, that's just
Okay.
default.
Okay. Because from here.
It's John Bain. It's Total Biscuit. Bridget, put your headphones back on. Bridget, I need to tell you about the Twitch emote.
Okay. Total Biscuit. They're on. They're on. I'm listening.
All right, so final scores are on your screen.
I was trying to be kind to my husband who was in the room.
Thank you all for hanging out. This was a ton of fun. Hope we can do this again. Sorry, Tepic Lover, you did miss everything, but it will be on VOD. I do have VODs turned on, and I think I'm gonna put this onto YouTube at some point this week, so we have content because it's the holidays, and people have families, and it's hard to do content.
Hey man, the holidays, I got time off work. Like I got
there you
time
go.
off
Yeah,
my real
I'm
job.
finally done. Like all my galleries are done. I have like one email in my inbox that I just kind of keep snoozing because I'm just trying to work forward for Sickos stuff for while we're gone.
Maybe I'll bother Ducky to do episode 2 of Making the Cut at some point.
Oh my god, you guys gotta at me for that one.
Okay.
I like don't roll over any PTO. So this like today was my last day of work for the year, like of my real job, because like I got PTO to burn. Like I've run out the clock. Yeah. So between that and then like my mom has COVID right now, so I don't have family stuff to do. So like I got so much. I'm gonna go to Target recreationally tomorrow. Like just we're gonna find out what Target is like.
Go to Target for funsies.
Yeah.
Get the Target hot dog.
I don't have hot dogs at Target. That's a Costco thing.
They used to.
They took out they got rid of their old like food stuff and put in just like Starbuckses.
What I'm saying is,
they have Starbucks. Ours has a little like grab and go.
If you go to any grocery store for leisure, a hot dog will appear.
I would have liked that today when I was going to Rose Hours to get stuff. I could have used a hot dog walking around. I had lunch. I didn't have lunch till like 2 p.m.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Target. I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's. I'm probably gonna go see the new Avatar movie just because that'll eat up a lot of time.
Yeah, like 3+ hours.
Those movies are good for eating time, if nothing else.
Also, while your mom has COVID, get her liquid IV. It's really important to stay hydrated while you have the vid, and that's the best way to hydrate with the least amount of having to drink water.
Liquid IVs are maybe the best invention of American chemical
genuinely,
science in like a generation.
Saves my ass every day. Whether or not I'm drinking, especially if I am a water forgetter, one liquid IV and I'm back to normal. I'm like
Yeah, I mean,
not running in a dehydrated state.
Mestimaker would have been 11 points. All right, I'm closing the stream. Good night.